Hello and welcome everybody back to the League of Ungentlemanly Warfare of Anno 1800. In the last episode we managed to finally get to Kebablord with this weird expedition where Queen left off without notifying anyone, and well, we finally found her, and with that the biggest landmass in the game, where we are probably going to build a new capital. So we see a quest available here.
Queens usually like things done quickly.
Build small trading post. And of course we need for that resources, which we don't have on the ship, so it's definitely not like in the new world where we get a ship gifted to skip this step. So we have to extra go back with our main ship and then get the building material. So and since it is no normal building that we can see in the build menu, we need to check here again what it costs. Wood and steel, and that it's constantly moving is also not helping.
Battle deck to attention.
So maybe not the best design here, but okay. So and at the same time, we got here a new renowned personage. Yay, thanks to tourism. By the way, how much is the chance by now? 63% with each time. That is actually quite a lot. So time to go back to the Arctic, where we still have issues with our workforce, but well, that is probably because we are not able to heat the city properly. And yeah, we still have here not the best pemmican supply, but shit happens. They will survive. In the meantime, we are constructing more airships. That will actually be quite necessary for Kebablord. Just to make sure that we have a quick and steady supply. So let's see if we can found a normal trade post with these. That would be very surprising if it would not be possible. So, and we can now see on the world map how quick such an airship is. Yeah, there it is moving. That is quick. And here's Kebablord. Yeah, those times are acceptable.
Calling you the master, among many other changes.
And the newspaper is also on our side. Nice. Finally something positive from them again. So half of the distance has already been made by the Merlin 3. In the meantime,
your ship has returned from
can
its
we
voyage.
actually do something about our little workforce shortage? Yeah, Grey Beach is okay. We just have here King William Island. Which is really just the pemmican production. Yeah, in general we are not producing enough here. Pemmican as well as sleeping bags. Oh yeah, for that we needed a whaling station. So we should probably get a bit of our production here on this island. On the other hand, here we are having an overproduction of pemmican, and I'm pretty sure we are transporting it. Yep. So in theory it actually should be enough. I honestly don't know what is the issue here. Okay. In the meantime, the question is, did one of our ships arrive? I thought we got a notification. The ship has entered the region. Ah, there it is.
Ship constructed.
Bringing us a shit ton of
Your
items.
ship has returned from its voyage.
So here we now have our airship. Let's see if we can build that trade post. Also, it will cost us 102 influence, so good thing we have a bit of that over.
It would be prudent.
Workforce shortage.
On course.
And yes, I was right, with an airship we are actually able to build a trade post. And I have to admit, everything else would have been severely disappointing.
I can see it. A brilliant metropolis rising here, from the memory of the victory my father masterminded. A shining new jewel in the crown of my empire.
I don't know why, but I really don't like the character of the queen. Just running off without telling anyone, causing a senseless drama. Now pondering on the heritage of her father, which she had nothing to do with. But hey, that's royalty, I guess. So, time to establish here a basic timber production so that we have enough building materials for building the city.
I saw it from the deck. An impish little man, dredging up bits and pieces. He may be exactly what we require.
And as promised in the last episode, we are going for the good old Barcelona layout. I'm pretty sure it will look nicely in the end. Especially when we have all these little museums and zoos dotted throughout the entire city. And I have to admit, I really don't like the soundtrack in this region. It just sounds weird. So here we have now another timber layout. So that we can now start with the actual city. So quite
An
soon
explosion in one of your factories.
of course something was auto explode. Well, good thing we can repair that easily. So, the question is, do we need deliveries of advanced building materials? Of course we do. So, bricks should be no issue here, as well as timber, but I'm not going to build an entire steel production on this island, as well as for windows and reinforced concrete.
Waiting course. Ready.
So, time to create a new trade route. So, Arctic region is number 2, so I would say Kebablord is number 3. So, trade route 30. Building materials. The Merlin 3 will transport it. And we will go from the old world to Kebablord.
Game saved.
Always transporting steel. Windows. And do we need something else? Actually, not really. Maybe cannons, just in case, or... No, that should be it. So now our airship is going off, and it will always come back with some materials. Great, and in the meantime we can focus on further advancing the size of the city. Now that we also have a pub here. Also the question is, where are we going to place a police
You
station?
reached a new milestone.
I mean, it's quite easy for some houses, like for example the hospital, because they have some easy shapes.
If it please an all-powerful deity to place me on the throne, it shall certainly please you.
Really, she wants me to build a church? I'm not really a fan of that. But okay, if she wishes to. In the meantime, we have now here our little settlement, and of course we need a bit of fish. The fertilities on this island are also quite great. So with that, fish supply should be guaranteed. Next is work clothes. Which we are, of course, producing here. So that should also do the trick for now. And of course, as always in Anno, our people demand alcohol in huge quantities. But we have now the little advantage that we honestly don't even have to care about money anymore. That should now actually be quicker if we do it that way. I really love the copying tool. Makes things so much easier.
Ship constructed.
Alright, I'm pretty sure that around
Workforce shortage.
here we are going to build a main road for the railroad. Or will we? Nah, maybe one district further. One living island further. Yeah, then this here can be the oil harbor. So we leave here some space available for the railroad. And by now, all the peasants living here should be happy.
Proper job.
Yep, they are. So, what does our statistics say? We are producing more than enough.
Game
That is
saved.
great. Our airship comes now with the first delivery.
Stable.
Alas, my bowels churn afresh, and I must beg your expertise.
Sorry, Archie,
Ideally, one.
but I'm not in the mood for quests. And here we have now the
You
first
reach
workers
a
living.
new milestone.
That's good. Now we can actually start with the brick production. So, one is up here. We're basically right now playing the early game without any pressure.
These fabled lands exist after all.
Which is something I could really get used to. So number 1, here's number 2.
Not too many changes, I hope. The idiot is back. Oh, it's important to be true to oneself.
The newspaper is again on our side. That is great.
The festival has ended. Your city has grown uglier.
Yep, that should do the trick. By now, we can upgrade our trading post to ensure that we can store more different goods. Nice.
Very well.
So now we also have a hospital, and we need again to make sure that we have no riots in our city. So since we are going to build a school here anyways, yeah. So I hear the music of a
People
catastrophe.
celebrate
Yep,
your
something is
leadership.
burning.
Them candles makes us sweat.
Well, shit happens. But now at least we have basic infrastructure here. So, the Queen asked me for a church. She shall have it.
Sweet as honey.
So fire now finally under control. Well, one last building is burning.
Game saved.
When a queen Veen asks you to do something.
So, time to increase our supply capabilities.
An explosion in one of your factories.
I still don't get what these explosions are supposed to do. I guess they are supposed to stop you from building the perfect city. But so far they are just annoying. So we don't need to copy the layout one-to-one. We can also just do something like this.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Professor Iva Ebashi, pioneer of the radioactive. Chance of illness, negative 50% and bonus income. Well, that's nice. Also nice reference to Anno 2070 there.
I'm confident it's ready to go.
Did they somehow increase the frequency of a newspaper?
Do I catch you in especially good humor, Governor?
Yeah, I'd
Surely
rather go here
these
for a
are
bit of
alternative
propaganda.
facts that I'm not privy to. You're always uniquely diplomatic. Censorship is not always the cranny of the corrupt.
You gained an influence bonus.
So if you ask me, this by now looks quite acceptable as a village here. Slowly but steadily making progress.
There's dancing in the barn from dawn till dusk.
You're missing some coverage. But for that, we can actually now go for stone roads now that we have a basic amount stored. And later we can fill in these gaps with decoration. Yeah, now let's wait until we have a bit more of bricks in our storage.
The people celebrate your leadership. Game saved.
Always waiting for more bricks in storage. Though we are actually producing quite many. I mean, 8 per minute. I'm still afraid of carrying all these items over. Maybe I will only carry over the most necessary. Maybe I should already test how much space we actually have available for building a zoo and the small things. My general idea would be that it takes for space of
The festival has ended.
4 of these islands, maybe also just 2 or 3.
Your city has grown uglier.
I guess it might actually be 3. And just 2 for the very small sets. That's probably the way to go. Look at that! We are now able to nearly pave every bit of road. Nice. Ah, that was still the old warning. Yep. So nothing special. Let's see what the diplomacy says. I'm pretty sure we
Because
will offer
everyone
here a
knows
few
pirates
gifts.
like doubloons.
How could I possibly refuse?
Just making sure that they won't declare war on me, because the last thing that I want now, especially with so many ships around that are not airborne, is having a war with the pirates. Because I'm pretty sure that would just be annoying. So, production of consumer goods, still good, though we might need more work clothes. But that can very easily be fixed.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
Lady Lou, the redeemed pirate. Hit points plus 800, self repair plus 200%. Nice, we are recently getting so many of them. Do we actually have the better renowned personages?
It's all prepared. We have taken to calling you the Master, among many other complimentary monikers. It's a different perspective. Anything else? Then I'll send it out.
Oh wait, what is if we do
Game
that?
saved.
Okay, our income rises heavily. Yeah, I need that overview again. Where do we get the better Renowned personages. Okay, Department of Culture. But we are not aiming for that now.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Of course.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Always somewhere something is exploding. Yay. But aside from these little disasters, it's actually, again, very relaxed, because here, what we do have here in Cape Trelawney is basically the early game, just with everything being unlocked already. And it's just relaxing. No, that won't work. That is also a thing. We can now actually
The people celebrate your leadership.
very freely lay out the museum.
Don't even mind the neighbors.
Please, we take any help we can get. Tell me, did they get to you?
Okay then. Let's see how well we can fit
The
6
festival has
exhibition
ended.
sites into this.
Your city has grown uglier.
And it turned out, actually, not at all.
Game saved.
I don't really like the system that here everything needs to be connected. So, note to myself. 3 islands is not enough space for this.
This city is a magnet for genius.
So, and here we can now.
I feel it reflects the times. Oh, impeccable timing, as always. Uncompromising journalism.
You lost an influence bonus.
So, and here we can see that the museum, it fits actually quite nicely. Though still, it would have been better if I would have used 4 of
People
these
celebrate
instead
your
of just
leadership.
3. That was a bit stupid on my end, but, well, we are learning, right? And it's not like we are running out of space here anytime soon. So, right next to the museum, we built a
An
hospital.
explosion in one of your factories.
Again, it does nothing. It does not add a challenge. It is just annoying as hell if something like that happens. So, and what does our supply say? It says that we have too many people. So time to scale up the industry a little bit further. So what does it now say? Now it's quite balanced again. Though that will soon change again.
Game saved. The festival has ended. Your city has grown uglier.
So, and I guess now it's time to get even a few more workers. Also build a few depots at our harbor, just in case. So that if we, well, don't work here for a longer time, we get at least all these building materials piled up. So that we can do further stuff. So, time to upgrade that one to the last level. I must say, I'm really happy with the little progress that we are making here. In the next episode we are going to have the first artisans here. And it's time again for a proper thumbnail. I believe, yeah, that is a good one. We can see Cape Trelawney in the background, we can see the little settlement, we can see the harbor. Yeah, that looks quite nice. So, and this was now just the first of a couple of more quiet episodes before we, well, before it gets stressful. Once I have reached the level of engineers and so on, that is when I start to not like it anymore. And when things are going to be fun. And yeah, as always, I hope you liked it. If yes, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. It's always a great feedback for me. It keeps me happy, it keeps me motivated, you know that. If you have any feedback, questions, or whatsoever, then just type it down in the comments. I will make sure to read all of it. And if you want to reach out directly to me or to the community, feel free to join the community Discord server. You find a link down below in the video description. And of course, if you want to get notified whenever I upload something new, just feel free to subscribe to the channel and make sure that notifications are activated in your account settings. And with that, I say goodbye and see you next time in Anno 1800. Bye bye.